Hello, hello. My name is Tiara Nicole Riley. I am a motivational speaker, five-time published author, and transitional life coach, and owner of Rethinking Me, a life coaching firm. We are continuing in our mental health series, and I'm so excited about this one, okay? So excited. As I said in the intro video, I have a long standing love and appreciation and respect for the mental health space, psychology, all of the things. And have a personal relationship with it, right? Of course. So, one thing that I wanted to talk about and talk through with you guys, so we are going on this journey together, is something that I am getting adjusted to. And that is the reality that my life is busy. Learning to accept that my life is busy and being okay with that. Learning to embrace that God has purposed me, has created me to be multi-purposed, right? God has just created me to serve people in a multitude of different ways. So the thing that I'm focusing on in this season of my life is balance while busy. So learning to accept that busy is just is. It's not a busy season. My life is just busy. And that's what it is and probably going to be for a very long time. So while I'm accepting that I'm busy, I'm also intentionally creating balance in my life, right? One of the things that I, up until recently, maybe the last couple of months, struggled to acknowledge and appreciate is that I am both naturally type A and free spirited. If there is a support group for people who are both type A and free spirited, let me know in the comments because if not, we need to create one. My God, today. And it's funny because I've always known I'm type A and I've always known I'm free spirited. But up until maybe about a month, maybe 2 months ago, I never sat and processed that I am naturally both. And oftentimes, the fact that I'm type A will begin to judge and criticize the free spirited side of me, right? And so I'm at this internal war with myself for years, judging myself, criticizing myself, putting judging my decision making processes and all of that without honoring space for both, right? And even judging the type A side of myself, like the free spirited side, it's like, girl, can you not be on time once? You are black after all. Child, I couldn't be late if you paid me to be. If you said, I will give you $100 for being late, I will have to work really, really hard to be late. I'm just naturally type A, right? If you said, do not organize nothing and get it done, it wouldn't get done. I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even try, respectfully. And so, really, just finding that balance and understanding that it is absolutely okay to be type A and free spirited. Again, if you are my people, I need you in the comments immediately because I need a tribe. I need a tribe. Now that I've accepted that I'm both, I need my tribe. Holla at me, okay? Drop it in the comments. If there's a support group, let me know so I can sign up immediately. Okay? I know those meetings gonna be on time though. Okay. I'm only partially joking. Anyways, so if you are like me and you have realized that life is just busy and it's probably not going to slow down at any point for the next 50 years, maybe not 50 years. Okay. If I'm in my 30s, like maybe the next 30 years. 25, 20, razzle dazzle. With my kid in college, maybe I could shake the table a little bit. But if you are like me and you are chronically busy, right, or multi-purpose, and God has called you to do a multitude of things, bring it in. We're going to talk about it because one of the most important things, we're in a mental health series, but I think that balance piece is such an important conversation when it comes to mental health. I really think it is. I really think it is. And so when we think about that, I really want to be clear that like it's the balance piece that we're talking about here. And so everything I'm sharing today is really going to help shape how you can intentionally create like balance in your life while being busy. Okay? So the first thing I want you to do is get organized. Get organized. As I am learning to embrace that I'm type A and free spirited, part of that means that they have to work together, right? Like I said, it's maybe 2 months ago before I realized like I'm actually both. Shocker, right? But now that I've acknowledged I'm both, and now that I'm learning to accept that I'm both, part of that looks like working to um, allow them to benefit each other, right? I am able to be free spirited and be a part of a number of different things. And like, I'm looking at my priority list, y'all. It's long, right? But I'm able to do all of the things that I'm able to do because I'm organized, because I'm type A, because I live by my schedule, because I have structure, organization, and processes in place. It's the only way I could do it. It's the only way. And recognizing that me being type A is beneficial to me being free spirited. Okay. Okay, you better get into it, honey. And also working to recognize like the difference between what's a God ordained thing and what's a good thing to do. What do I mean by this? Many years ago, I was talking to someone and they basically were saying to me like I was chronically overwhelmed, and that was my gripe at the moment. Was feeling overwhelmed and not really knowing like what to do. And they said to me, they said, just because it's a good thing to do doesn't mean that it's what God told you to do in this moment. And I was like, oh, true. True. You got it, big dog. You ain't had to drag me, but all right. At me next time. But it really has shaped the way that I decision make moving forward, and being able to evaluate a decision, and when I'm deciding to do a thing or deciding not to do a thing anymore, I really look at capacity. First of all, do I actually have the capacity to do said thing? But also reflecting on, is this something that I truly believe God is telling me to do, or is this just something that sounds like a good idea? And if you believe God will provide, if you truly in your heart believe God will provide, that is not exclusive to money. God will provide time, God will provide energy, God will provide capacity, God will provide resources, opportunities, clients. God will provide whatever you need to do what He told you to do. And that's why it's so important to be clear about, did God tell me to do this, or is this just a good thing to do? Right? Because the difference lies in, if God told you to do it, He will provide all of the things you need to do said thing. And that includes energy, that includes time. That, like, somehow it just works. Okay? Let me just break down all the things that I'm doing, all the busy, right? I'm an HR manager by day. I own a life coaching firm. I am a content creator. So I have my TikTok, my YouTube channel, all the things, right? Let me look at I'm a mama. Come on, somebody. Like that alone, I could be just a mama and still be busy. Okay, let's get into it. I'm a mom. I'm very active in my church, so I am a part of our communications committee as well as or dream team, as well as I host small groups, right? Then I do HR consulting on the side. So, like, if a small business needed help with their HR support, they could hire me to work on an hourly basis as opposed to paying for the full HR services, for the full, salary payroll. I am a competitive cheer judge, so I travel a lot. So between the months of like November to May, I'm practically gone every weekend except holiday weekends, like literally. So I'm traveling for several months out of the year. To do that, I am on the board for a nonprofit called Sales. So it supports infant families who have suffered through um, infant and pregnancy loss, right? I'm also in school, so I'm working on a marketing certificate to help me, as a business owner and all of that. Thinking about going back to school for psychology. Maybe by the time this airs, I'll actually have had a decision. I am very active in my sorority on a local and regional level. And then I have like a life, right? Like I like to travel. I like my friends. I like going out to eat. I like spending time doing self care, all of the things, right? Busy. Okay? Busy. And people ask me all the time, like, how do you do it? Like, how do you do all of the things that you do? Right? And part of it is getting organized. The fact that I'm very organized and I'm very clear about when I'm deciding to do a thing, I'm very clear about what my capacity can handle. Right? And then being clear about what is God telling me to do, or what is it something that I'm just adding to my plate? Like, there are a few things that I just mentioned that I'm like, not gonna last too much longer because, first of all, that's a lot, right? But there's at least, well, cheerleading is a seasonal thing, but there's at least two other things that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna head out when my timeline is over. So, three actually. But really being clear about like, okay, what is God calling me to do in this season of my life? Yes, it may have been the right thing to do in that moment, but in this moment, just because you're doing a thing doesn't mean you should always be doing a thing, right? And from there, the last thing that I want you to keep in mind, and it's something that has helped me through a lot, it has gotten me through so much, right? It is the concept of one day, 1 hour, one task at a time. All you can do is all that you can do. That's it. All you can do is all you can do. So take it 1 hour, 1 day, 1 hour, one task at a time. And as a bonus note, make sure you're practicing consistent self care. That consistent self care routine is going to hold you down in that balance. I'm in therapy every week. I get massages every 3 weeks, which I actually need to call them and get back on that schedule. But anyways, my overall self care routine is therapy every week. I get my nails done every 2 to 3 weeks, massages every 3 weeks. I go out to eat whenever I feel like it. I have a budget for that. I don't just eat out arbitrarily. Okay. But I have a budget to eat out. But you feel me? Cool, cool, cool. And then usually when I'm eating out, that's typically when I socialize with my friends. I do like to travel often, so that's part of my self care routine. 2023, I traveled quarterly was the goal for just fun, not like for cheer and all that fun stuff. And then I'm making sure that I get my hair done whenever I feel like it. Because, listen, you know how some people say they get their hair done and they feel like a new woman? Listen, I feel like me. I feel like I'm returning to me when I get my hair done. Okay? Listen, hair done, nail done, everything did. It's a part of my self care routine. Okay. And another thing that I do every time I get paid, I buy myself something just because. Not for the kid, not for the house, for me, just because I want to. Every time I get paid, I work too hard to not. Why not? Anyways, if you have enjoyed anything from this service and you or this video and you know somebody who is always busy and needs some balance in their life, please make sure you share this video with them. If you're not already, subscribe so that you are the first to know when a video is dropped. Thanks, guys. Oh, and ciao. Follow me on social media at Tiara Nicole Riley. Thanks, guys.